know they have dirt and stuff.
Hey there, it's me. I hope you've had a great summer. My summer started out amazing. I went on a trip to Seattle to see my son and my daughter-in-law and my little grandson, and they were in a transition period. They had moved from their tiny little house. It was literally less than 900 square feet, a little bungalow, and they bought a newer, bigger house. So they went from 4 rooms to 5 bedrooms, 2 levels, an apartment in the lower level, a 3-car garage, a studio, an office, all the things for them. Probably to be their final house. Not final like as their resting place, but you know what I mean. Their forever home. And it was so nice to be there. Obviously, it was wonderful seeing my grandson and spending the time with him. But the lightness of that house, because they hadn't filled it. They were really bursting at the seams in their little house. They're both business owners, and so they work from home. Their office is there, their studio is there, and so they were really, space was urgently needed with the addition of a baby. Anyway, and one of the things that struck me when I was there in their new home is how empty it was. So it was this empty space. It had their furnishings from the smaller house in it, but it was this empty space waiting to, get more lived in, right? And when I came home from that trip, I took a look at my space and thought, I have already downsized. When I sold my house in 2015, I already had downsized, and when I moved into this apartment home that I'm in 2017, I had further downsized. I had a condo that I was in between. And so I had further downsized, and I had so much space and so much room. But as I've been living there for 8 years, I think. I moved in 2017, and I'm just starting another year's lease. I have a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff is shoved places, and I feel crammed. And when I sit in my dining area and I look into my kitchen, there are 2 spaces that really weigh heavy on me. No pun intended, but there is weight in all of this excess stuff. It really does weigh you down. But I know that the space above the refrigerator and the microwave, that's where you put things that you don't need, because you've got to climb on something usually to get up there. And, maybe you can reach it, maybe you need help, but it's generally for the stuff that you don't use regularly. That's my take on it for the people I know and how I use that space. Anyway, so I decided to pull everything out. It's like that one is staring at me. Those 2 spaces are staring at me. I know they are heavy with things for a life I don't live anymore. I'm never going to use the white ironstone to decorate in my kitchen. I've moved on from that. That doesn't fit the place I'm living now or where I anticipate going beyond here, right? So why am I holding on to it? And the same for serving dishes and things above the microwave. But I gathered it all up, pared it down, and was able to get it back into those 2 cabinets neatly. And I had quite the stack to go to a GreenDrop. I don't know if you're familiar with GreenDrop, but I think they'll pick it up from you, but I just like the fact that they're located in shopping center parking lots and they're manned. So I can bring my stuff there and someone will take it and use it And it's this beautiful, amazing thing that helps me get stuff out of my life. But here it is. I've taken the day off of work today. It's a Wednesday. And what am I doing on Wednesday, the day before I leave tomorrow to go out of town to visit another son in Ohio? Well, I'm cleaning out my bedroom, of course. What the heck? I stripped my bed. And once you do that, you've got to commit, right? I totally stripped it, mattress cover and all. Washing all that, instead of getting ready to go on my trip. I have stripped my bed, and I took the covers off, fluffed the pillows. I've still got to put all that back together again. The purpose is that I want to, when I'm done running around with some errands today, I want to go get a shower after I eat and get my pajamas on and just have a good night's sleep in my freshly made bed. And I want to make it in the morning before Uber picks me up so that when I come home from my trip, I have a freshly made bed to get into on my return. But my goal is to get my home cleaned out by the end of August. So this is in real time. I will be back to my apartment August 25th, and I am intending to go hard and heavy in that back bedroom, because what I did today was I shifted things in my bedroom. And, you know, I use the phrase about the weight of stuff, right? The weight of in case, right? I'm holding on to so much stuff in case I use it, in case. All those kitchen things were in case my kids, you know, my whole entire family came to my apartment for a meal. Well, we live from coast to coast. I have kids in Seattle. I have one in Boston and Ohio and here in Virginia. So, you know, the odds of that happening are kind of very small, right? And you think about the things you're holding on to, or let me put it this way, I can't tell you how to get to the point where you're offloading your stuff, right? And our kids don't want our stuff. So you've either got to sell it, and I can't commit the time to that for the pennies on the dollar I'm going to get back. I can't commit the time to that, but I can commit the time to just looking at the stuff and getting rid of it. But emotionally, you have to get there. I can tell you how I am getting there boldly is because of seeing, you know, my son's empty house. And I know it'll be filled with stuff that's meaningful to them. And the stuff that I have that was in my bedroom, let's just talk about my bedroom. We were talking mostly about clothes and a few decorative items. And it's like, I'm just holding on to these because I haven't made the decision yet. So it's a process. I know I want them out of that bedroom. I don't know that I want to store them anywhere else. But I'm going to tackle that when I get back. So it was basically a shift. I just shifted stuff today. On the day when I should be packing and getting ready, getting my suitcase ready and all my clothes, I'm shifting. And I'm not talking about a cosmic shift or a spiritual shift, literally picking up baskets of stuff or piling stuff in baskets and carting it off to my second bedroom. So when I get back, I'm going to have my nice, tidy bedroom and my made bed to get into. But I'm going to have to tackle all of that. And I am challenging myself that by the 31st, so it's going to give me 6 days to pare through that stuff, I'm going to have that all done. Because on the 31st, I'm going to see another son. And actually, I'm taking care of their dogs for the day, and then they'll be back with the baby. And I'll get to spend time with them. But it is a process to let go of things. But if you are holding on to things in case, if you're holding on to things in case you think you're going to use them, I hope you're able to find a way to really just sit with that and think about if you'll really use them, because that's the process that's working for me. I'm not using the things that left my kitchen and that went off to GreenDrop, but I have to look at the clothes, because maybe I'm going to do a no-buy clothes year. That might be fun, because I've got a lot of clothes. Even if I donate more clothes, I've still got enough clothes to get me through even the winter and spring and another summer. I have plenty of clothes, and you may also. So anyway, I will check back in when I get back from this trip and see how that went. But I'll tell you, I had a great trip to Seattle. My little grandson's so sweet, and he was just almost walking when I was there, and it was just days after I left that he was taking those steps. So I feel like I came home, and it's taken me a little while, but I'm making steps. I'm making baby steps that are really big steps in my life. And anyway, I'm excited about it. It just feels good for whatever is next for me. I'm taking a fresh, everything's going to be with clarity, right? I don't have stuff that I'm holding on to from a life that I had or a life that I'm not going to live. I don't want to be there. I want to look forward, right? Anyway, listen, everyone, take care. I got to go run some errands. No lie, I'm getting a missed birthday gift that I'll be able to deliver in person when I come down. But anyway, that's not unusual for me. But anyway, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you on my next video. Take care.
Yes!